Hi, I'm Ashy and this is Crafty with Ashy. Today I'm painting some loose poppies. So I was inspired by some other loose floral artists to use this larger flat brush to create these organic shapes. And so I'm just focusing on the basic shape of the poppy flowers. And I'm not looking at painting individual petals here. And I'm using kind of like a bouncy wiggly motion to get some more looseness and organic shape. And also varying the values. So using watery paint and then more pigmented paint to create that variation from light to dark, even within this first layer. And then I use this really nice angle shader from Princeton Select line to create these thin wispy stems that all pretty much originate from the same general area on the page, so that it looks like a nice little kind of bouquet of poppies. And then with that same angle shader, I do the leaves. So I'm using a press, drag, and lift stroke, but twisting the brush in my fingers to create these kind of random organic shapes. And it's helping to create more of a loose and, again, organic feel. And then I mixed up some dark color for the center of the poppies. So this is basically Payne's Gray and Burnt Umber mixed together. There might be some other colors kind of in there, but that's what it is. And when I'm doing these kind of dot tapping motions, I'm leaving a little bit of white space to create, that feel of looseness. Once all of that is dry, I go in with the large flat brush again and just add another layer to the petals. And so by doing this, I can create some shadow and depth. So I'm not covering the whole first layer with this darker value of this like peachy red color that I mixed up, but I'm selecting certain areas to create that kind of shadow and depth in the painting. And so I just add basically a second layer of petals to each of the flowers, and again make sure that I'm leaving some of that lighter translucent flower or petals underneath that you can see, and that really is what creates depth and interest to the painting. Once that is all mostly dry, I would say the page is damp at this point. So this is like a wet on damp technique. So it's not going to be super precise. They're going to be a little bit fuzzy still because it is bleeding out a little bit, but creating some linear details to the petals. And again, this is not a realistic painting. It's loose, but these linear details do create more interest to the painting. And then once I finish that, I go in with a darker value of the green for the leaves. And so similarly to the petals, I am adding this darker color as a shadow to some of the leaves. I'm adding an additional layer of leaves in some spots, and then adding some linear details to some of the leaves as well. I also add just a little bit of extra depth to some of the stem areas. So even though these stems are very thin and small, by adding just a little line of extra depth, it does make the stems appear more round, even though it's very tiny. And then I just go in with some splatters because I love splattering. I think it helps to create movement and, again, just really captures the looseness of the painting. So I use various size brushes and different amounts of water to create different sizes of splatters. So I really hope you enjoyed this loose floral painting process. And if you enjoyed my video, please check out my channel for other videos. I have a lot of variety, and thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day.